Ladies and gentlemen, do I have something in store for you today? I just got my hands on the newest Flash Forge Creator Max printer. It's part of the Creator series and the Dreamer series. This is their newest installment, the Max version. When I was looking for the newest printer, I couldn't find that many reviews on this printer yet, but I trust within this company that it's going to be something that is a viable solution for what I need to do. So I'm taking it in my own hands to create an unboxing video for you, do an initial setup, a first print, and some thoughts, like how's the printer, negatives, positives. I'm not new to 3D printing. I've been in this for a little over 5 years now. This is my second printer. So let's go ahead, let's get started with this unboxing. So let's just go ahead and cut it straight. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I'm excited. This is so exciting. All right, let's get a sneak peek. Nope, not yet. Last cut here. All right, seeing it for the first time with you guys. Let's open her up. Okay. All right, nicely well packaged. Lots of styrofoam. Very nice. It's very exciting. This is really well packaged. Styrofoam all around it. Looks pretty much all assembled from here. So let's go ahead and see what we get on top. This is the manual. Looks like the production model with the inspection. Even comes with a 16 gigabyte memory card. That's very, very cool. So the Creator Max 3D printer. This is, what you get with it. Looks like there's some 3M on the back. We'll see what that's for here in a minute. Let's get here. This looks like to be the PTFT tubing, that piece of styrofoam. Again, very nicely wrapped. So let's go ahead and peel off this. Ooh, that's nice. Okay. Alright. It looks like I get some filament inside here. Looks like everything, all the pieces and everything are inside of here. Some more styrofoam on top. This looks to be, the whole extruder assembly. To be careful with this. Yep, so this is a whole extruder assembly here. It's going to go right on top and it's going to be doing its thing. Other stuff here in the box, power cable, that's going to be in the back. That's what, you're going to put your bolts of filament. Some type of plastic adapter, USB cable, power cable, so that's all here. Some other little tools right here. This big old box out of the way now. Alright. Give me a little bit of sweat there. Thing weighs like 50 pounds. This is exciting. This is right out of the box here. It's a beautiful printer. It's a little smaller. Alright, first initially thought in the pictures. Now that it's actually, looking at it, my hands on it. Alright, well now that we have it out of the box here, let's, looks like there's a bunch of stuff in here. Got some filament, looks like the top cover, the extruder's right on top here. So let's go ahead and remove this tape. Ooh, always so nice to do first, like unpeel of anything. Open this up. Oh, listen to that. Oh, that was so gratifying. Yeah, Flash Forge, you did a hell of a job packing this thing up. I don't want to just rip the styrofoam out, but what's the easy way to? I bet you we have to cut these zip ties. That's probably why running a manual is good. Here, let's open this up. Unboxing. Here we go. Unpacking. They've even got a special section in the manual just for unpacking. Alright, let's see what this is. When we look in the box, alright, so there's these big zip ties that are holding the rods in place. So I gotta go ahead and snip those. Snips. Snip one. Snip two. I should be able to push that all the way to the back there. See how much better it is? I hate the sound of styrofoam. I don't know about you guys, but nails on a chalkboard for me. Alright, so now this is the top of the cover. So let's go ahead and plus that. Awesome job packaging. If I ever need to hire a company to package my product, I am contacting Flash Forge's packaging company because, alright, look at this. Hate styrofoam. It's kind of weird. I take that off. And this Flash Forge like sticker on the top of it. It's centered on off at an angle. I don't know, it looks cool. Kind of wish it was more like straight. My OCD is kicking in a little bit how it's off at an angle like that, but at least it's perfectly centered up and down, left and right, to the lower. So yeah, I mean that should be fine. We're going to go ahead and that just clips in like that. Alright, that's how it is. Nice heat shield here. Cord runs down there and go up. So that's good. That's the next step. Again, styrofoam sound. It drives me nuts. Now I need to elevate the build plate to its limit with care. All I have to do now is lift the build platform up. And it had a lot of force in the beginning, so I was kind of messing around there. I didn't want to like break something. It didn't feel right, but I really got to grab it from underneath and give it a decent amount of force, but slowly and gently pulling it up. Now that I raise it up, the instructions apply that I can just remove this, just like that. Thankfully, was the last piece of styrofoam. Did I mention that I absolutely hate styrofoam? Drives me nuts! Alright, now I have to do the hardware assembly function, and this is now where I'm going to actually be bolting down the extruder to its carriage. Looks pretty simple, just 2 bolts right onto the X-guided rod. Beautiful. So my bolts are in this little bag with the tools, and that's a fan shroud tip for we'll get to that in a second. M3 by 8 bolts. So yeah, I was right. It's maintenance grease. So that's I'm sure going to go on the bearings and guide rods, so there's no wear and tear. A couple tools. You know, in the first setup, I'll use their own tools. Obviously, I have plenty of tools. And I just pulled out wire strips right from underneath here, so I've got plenty of little things that I won't be needing these. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to use what's supplied, just to show that I'm not using any external factors in setting it up. This looks like a tuning gear. Oh, an extra one. Okay, so it already has. These are where I tune and level the bed. And looks like they sent me an extra one just in case. So nice touch. I like that. Let's go ahead and screw all this in. It'll be easier if I lay this back down again. These 2 screws. There. I got the first screw in, so now let's go ahead and do the second screw. It's kind of tough to see it here, so I'm kind of just having to do this by touch. Now comes to the bolt removal of the turbo fan baffle assembly. It's going to be right on top of the extruder. The 2 screws are out, and now my fan baffle assembly is loose. Next step tells me to grab the extruder accessory kit, which is this guy. I've now got the fan shroud adapter for the print cooling all put together. The final step, it looks like for at least getting this set up, is putting the spool holders right to the back of the machine. So let's go ahead and put that in. And boom. Super simple. They just hang on right from the back of the printer. So now, the printer looks to be all put together. The next step in the manual, it tells me that I'm now going to be doing the leveling the bed, feeding filament through the extruder for the first time. It looks to be a pretty automatic process. So then we're going to do the first test print and see how the test print comes out. I'm super excited. It's really nice. It's got a really nice form factor. This is an all metal frame. Doesn't look like there's much plastic inside, as in for like mechanical components. All the stuff that is structural looks to be really solid. So I'm really, really excited about that. And this whole door, just being able to open and close the door and having a complete enclosed print area is going to be really nice for doing something like ABS printing, which you need an enclosure and get it essentially as hot as you can so prints don't warp. If the functionality is half as good as it looks, we're in for a real treat. So I'm super excited. So let's go ahead and get it plugged in. Let's get it turned on. Let's get the filament loaded up and get the memory card plugged in. Let's see if there's any like test files or anything for the first thing, and we'll keep going through it. I forgot one last step. It was putting these on, the actual tubes going to the back of the machine. I just connected that. Super simple, but let's go ahead, let's turn this around. So now you can see kind of what this is. You have these tubes that run straight down. These are the filament spool holders. And I have the red PLA filament that Flash Forge sends with the printer. And the way it says to do it is you want the filament to roll this way and straight to the machine. And these spools are actually really nice. You take the filament roll, you put it right on here, and it actually clicks in. And then when you want to, take the roll off, you're just gonna pinch these two things, and then it comes right off again. So really nice spool holder, very nice. Now I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna feed it straight into this tube here. There we go. All right, so now this is free spinning up as much as you want to go. So that's really nice. Let's get this turned around. All right, so as you see, this is gonna go straight in, which we're gonna feed here in 1 second. But before we do that, we saved one last sticker here. So let's go ahead and take this off. Ooh, love that. It'd be crazy not to love that. They're really nice. This is a nice LCD. All right, so let's go ahead and power it on. Switch is in the back of the machine. LCD's turned on. Ooh. Ha! Little musical chime for you. That's so cool. Awesome. I love it. Look at that LED lighting. Really nice. All the fans immediately powered on. Yeah, this is really nice. The LCD screen here. So what we have to do is go into Tools, and we're going to go into Filament, and we're going to go into Loading the left extruder. That is where my print cooling fan is, and since we're using PLA, we want to make sure it's on the left header, because the right header does not have a cooling fan on it. So let's go ahead and go Load Left, and right now it's telling me that it's heating up. So the left extruder is climbing to right now 23 degrees Celsius. It's set to go up to 230 degrees Celsius. Now that it's climbed up to about 65 degrees Celsius, the extruder fan has just turned on. So that's a good sign to see, because anytime you have a hot extruder, you always want to make sure the temperature is balanced with the fan. And after we load the filament, we're going to have to do a bed leveling. This thing that came with the manual, there's this little card. They call it the special sheet. And this is how you level the beds. In order to get the bed perfectly level with the hot end, you need to have like a card. It's flimsy. It's a little thicker than a regular piece of paper, but once you go up there, you're gonna slide it on the hot end like this, and you want to make sure there's just enough resistance where you feel that it's catching, but it so easily passes through. And you have to use the little tuning knobs to level the bed out in different directions in using this. So it's pretty cool. We're almost there. I see a little bit of an ooze must be from Flash Forge when they first built the printer. They probably quality control testing. Looks like to be some type of white filament in there. There we go. So now it says load begins. Push filament vertically into extruder and press done when you see filament come out of the extruder. So let's go ahead. Let's take this. Here's our filament, and we're going to put it right through here. And there's a little switch on the side of the extruder. You want to push that down, and there we go. It is now oozing beautifully. Look at that ooze. It's exactly what you want to see when you first load it. And I was right, it was some type of white filament that the quality control testers use to make sure it oozes just right. So as you see, I haven't hit done yet. It's still feeding it through. It's still making sure it's going into a straight line. So that's what I was saying was automatic. I'm not constantly pushing it down. It's going to stop. It should stop now when I hit done. It stopped feeding. That's perfect. That's excellent. We're getting into the leveling of the bed. We're going to read the instructions here because we lowered this bed back down, but the way this printer builds is it goes all the way from the top and then the bed lowers down. This doesn't lower. This raises up and down. So it starts from its highest point and then back down. So we're going to see when we go into level if it's just going to automatically raise up. So let's take a look here. It says, please adjust the front thumb screw under build platform when stopped. So now here we go. As we see, it is now raising up by itself because I am now in leveling setting. It's going to get all the way up to the top. Yes. Alright, so now it's at its first step for calibrating. So let's go ahead and stick this card. Ooh, it actually feels really nice right off the bat. Let's just see how it feels by going just a little bit more or less. So turning it clockwise makes it tighter, counterclockwise makes it looser. And that actually feels really nice. I got a little bit of resistance, but not much. Now we're going to go next. Please adjust the left thumb screw under the platform when stopped. So now let's see where this is at. Alright, so this one definitely needs leveling. This is complete, make contact on the bed. So now this left screw, we're going to loosen this side up. Okay, there we go. It doesn't take many turns of this screw to get it just right. It has a really nice tactile feel. Okay, so now we're going to go next. Please adjust the right thumb screw. So that feels good. So I'm going to go next. Level adjustment finished. Excellent. Alright, so I should be at this point ready for my first test print. One thing we got to see now is what's loaded on the memory card. I don't know what's on here. I just put it in. And we're just going to go to print here and see if anything's on it. Let's see. So it looks like there's an internal storage and a memory card storage. So let's go ahead and let's click on the memory card first. Let's see what's in here. Alright, so we have flash print, happy 3D software installation. Those seem to be the ones that I install on my computer. And test files. So we have test files here. And well, yeah, we have a few files actually preloaded on the SD card. They look very simple, just little simple test prints. We have the right header is for the ABS, the left is for PLA, and it looks like the third one is it's called PG Cube. It looks like it's a multi-layer print, so using both headers at the same time to print two different materials. So that's got to be a test for that one. So let's just go ahead. Let's click on PG left PLA. That's what I have loaded. That's what FlashForge provided out of the box is the red PLA. And since it's already preloaded on the left, the bed is leveled. All there's left to do at this point is go ahead and start the first print. PG left PLA, go. Gives me print, delete, copy. We are going to go print. All right, here it is. So it is showing it's going to warm up to a temperature of 225 degrees Celsius. That it seems a little high for PLA, but let's see what it does. It's got a print time counter. I can hit pause or stop it. Looks like I have some settings. Let's switch to a time lapse. Let's see how this print does. This is exciting. My last printer I set up, it took me an entire week building it from the ground up and getting everything calibrated and coded and getting all the retraction settings right and extrusion settings right. And it's 5 years ago 3D printing. It's a lot different than today in 2020. And I'll tell you what, right out of the box in about a half hour of setup, I've got my first print here. graphic screen is a really cool touch. The all metal frame is really nice. The fully enclosed. As you see, I have everything open. I have the top on it. I'm impressed. I am super impressed. Alright, so our first test print has just finished, and I'll tell you what, I have not removed it from the bed yet. You can see it clearly through. I'm pulling on it, it's not coming off yet. And I want to talk about bed adhesion here, and using PLAs, it's substantially better than ABS when it comes to bed adhesion. But I'll tell you what, right out of the box, with very minimal leveling, and what I've produced, the bed adhesion has been perfect. The first couple layers went down perfectly, and the rest of the print is really nice. I'm trying to tug it, I'm trying to move it, it's not coming off. So I'm gonna need like a putty knife or some type of blade. I've never had such good bed adhesion before. This is something I'm not used to. I found myself like a rusty putty knife. And it was sitting in my closet, and there's rust on it. I don't know how that happened, but let's see if this works. Hopefully this doesn't damage the print bed. Alright. Ooh. Light markings on the print bed from this print tool, but that's superficial. That's just a little dirty. I'll clean that up. Alright. Well, now I finally have got the first print. It's like a little cup, a plug of some sort. So with this, what this bottom part is called a raft. And the skirt, which is hanging off here, this was a skirt. This should be able to just come off the print. I should just be able to snap this off. This is a good print. This is a great, great first print. All right. And that's a raft. This is what printed underneath the print. So, I have a little bit better bed adhesion, but it's also, finer print detail on the bottom. So now what I'm looking at, a little bit of cleanup on the very edges is going to be needed. A little bit cleanup on the bottom, just where the raft is printing. Looking at the sides here, this is phenomenal. For a first print, a 30-minute setup with the printer, just hit print and I got something just like this. The lines are super smooth, being a very clean print. There's some angles from a base that goes up, and then it angles, and then it gets thinner and thinner, and then it goes up into this cylindrical tube here, and it's phenomenal. I mean, from the bottom layer to the top layer, has great extrusion. Doesn't have a lot of stringing on the sides. There's a couple little hairs that kind of just brushed off, and that was no problem. Stay tuned, because I'm going to be using this printer a lot. I'm going to be showcasing other prints. I'm going to dive deeper into the printing capabilities. This was just the initial unboxing, the initial setup, the first test print, and kind of what my thoughts are on everything that I've seen so far. And again, I'm very impressed. FlashForge, you did a phenomenal job on this printer. I'm super excited to continue printing with it. If you like this video, do me a favor, just hit the like, throw a comment if you want me to see me print something, if you have ideas or you've seen other files, please send them my way. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of it. Everybody, thank you for watching. This has been an absolute enjoyment, from getting the package to now doing my first test print. I will catch you next time. Have a wonderful day. Be well, stay healthy, and I'll see you shortly. Thank you.